Today I will teach you how to tie a Sikh turban. Now my hair is out. Don't worry, as per um, the one of the 5 articles of faith of Sikhism, having long uncut hair is one of the provisions for a baptized Sikh, and this is an important article of faith. And the reason why Sikhs keep long hair is to preserve what is seen as a God-given gift, according to Sikhs. And not only that, but to many, in some perspective, in the Old Testament, for example, long hair was preserved and kept for admiration and for many reasons through all old world's faiths. So today I will show and hopefully enlighten some people on not only how to tie the Sikh turban, but why a Sikh has long hair, and we'll get started. Alright, first, what a Sikh does is he usually comb out their hair, gather the hair together. Most Sikhs tie it in a top knot, but it's a preference for most Sikhs. I tie it behind my head. I just gather the hair and make it into a back bun. Not too tight. The reason why is Sikhs want to preserve the hair, and if it's tied too tight, well then that's just grounds for hair loss, alopecia, etc., etc. Well, now that the hair is gathered, let's just continue. Sikhs typically cover their hair with a dastar or a patka. This is a patka. It's a long rectangular piece of cloth with 4 threads, and some Sikhs tie it before they tied the proper Sikh turban, just above the forehead. I cover the backbone with my hair. Just tie it like this. And since I tied my hair in a back bun, which it's called a jura, I have decided to just wrap the rest of the threads around like so. Typically it would go around the bun if it's tied in a top knot, but since my jura is in the back, I just did this so there's no bumpiness or awkwardness, no tension up in the temple of the head. Now, to tie the turban. Shows the screen. It looks really great with the background, the color of the room. So the first thing one would do is to properly fold it as such. Gather, pull tight, and just around like this. Some Sikhs can just hold it like that and then tie it. I would rather just lightly just put it around here. I'm not drooling on it, don't worry. Just gather it like this. Just gather it like this. Make sure to even out the layers, or in Punjabi we call layers, like this. And just go down. See, this is to give the shape of the Sikh turban called the pagadi. Just creating an arch right here. Just keep going. Make it clean. Just keep going around. Thumb right here. Make sure it's nice and neat and crisp. See, it's coming out decent. See, Sikh males who tie the turbans, they do not have bad hair days. They have bad turban days and good turban days. Keep going. Right here, it has to create some kind of shape. For the Sikhs, for the most part, the shape of the turban is based on a preference, based on the individual. Most people have the preference based on the size of their head, their personal style. I just like it because I don't like it to be too big, and it's comfortable. For me, it makes me look more versatile. Here we go. So just straighten it out. Just clean the layer. Make sure the layers are clean. The layers are what we call in Punjabi the lars. See how the shape is forming on this side now. See? Keep going. See, the Sikh turban, it tends to go on an arch. It comes down one side, comes around the back, and then it goes up. And then it comes back down, around the back of the head, comes back up, and has an arch shape. And this is one of the few ways one can distinguish a Sikh from a Muslim that is wearing a turban. Although most people in the United States, or just generally in the Western world, who wear turbans and have beards are Sikhs. Okay, almost done. And lo and behold, I've officially run out of fabric, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back around. What I'm going to do is some people do this in England. They have this preference where they double down. What it means is they just fold back the last side in half, then clean this layer, the final layer. I'm going to have to do it again. Okay, make sure it's double down. Okay, final layer. Okay guys, you ready? Here we go. And just what we do is with that final layer, we just tuck it in. You just adjust it, raise the roof basically, raise the turban, and feel free to bring out the eyebrows. Clean the layers if you have to. Okay, what you do is you bring the first layer, you tug on it a bit, 1, 2, 3. See the first layer there? See that? That's the first layer. And you see the dastar or patka right here. So what Sikhs typically do is this is the last step in completing Sikh turban, is just taking the first bar, pulling it up, opening it up, and just covering the back. Okay, and then just tug, pull, and just cover it up. As well as this side. Gotta make sure you got all bases covered. hard to see a little on the webcam. Okay, and then when you got it set, just pull a bit. Okay, the top is covered. The turban has been made. However, there's a last step. See the remaining part of the first layer hanging out. What do? Typically, Sikhs now just take the last part, gather it up, fold it. See? Fold. Move it straight up and behind the turban. Behind, just fold it in. Just push it in the back. And just kind of shove it in there. And voila. Okay, just make sure that it not only looks good, but it's perfectly symmetrical and it fits and it does not hurt. Just make sure it looks neat. See the creases. Just check from all sides. Tuck in the final hairs. Okay, and there I am. Thank you for watching the video.